We are up at Jack's right now. It's nice to come here, hop on, and then take the trail all the way to the cabin. We're supposed to be getting a snowstorm, which is slightly starting right now. I'm going to build a sled to attach onto one of the snowmobiles so we can lug in some stuff with us. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get the snowmobiles up and running since they're pretty old. Oh, I'm so excited.
Boom.
What are you doing?
Just trying to situate.
And these are the LED lights?
This is just the tail light. Remember how I didn't have a running...
Mm-hmm.
To tell you guys that bread was delicious.
I didn't have anything really good to cut it with.
Yeah.
I ended up using the Sawzall.
You used the Sawzall?
Yeah.
What? To cut the loaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Of course. Yeah, this is the one that's in there.
That was after the heating.
Alright. This thing is ready to rumble.
Nicely done. Now.
And Kyle got his snowmobile up and running pretty quickly, but mine took so many tries. Everyone had their hands on it. Felt like we were at Jack's for a while doing prep work, but now we just had to secure the hitch, which we did with some metal tapping screws, and then we could attach the sled directly and be on our way.
Oh, this is tight too.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this is beautiful. This is
So
fucking
secure.
Wow.
Let's see how she runs, baby. It's gonna work.
There's so much snow here. It's got a little layer of ice on top, so it crunches, which is gonna make hiking around here interesting. Oh, I'm down by where we usually dip in the river for a quick bath to cool down. I'm having trouble finding a completely open spot, but I would love to get in. It is very possible to get so warm on your snow treks that you will go in the winter river. I've been craving it. Such a gorgeous morning. The snowstorm's here a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. Right now it's mostly just flurries. I honestly woke up feeling sort of disoriented and puffy, though I feel like I slept pretty well. So I wanted to step out into the cold to sort of wake up. And we needed more wood for the fire, so I went out and grabbed some so I could go in and rekindle it. I think I'm gonna go for a hike here pretty soon and then get to cooking some breakfast, but it's so pretty. Everything's covered. All of the branches are heavy with snow. Woke up and everything was blue and now it's slowly turning to white. There's just no feeling like waking up in the middle of the woods. Today is definitely going to be a good one. I'm pretty much at the top of the hill at the cabin, and though there's not really like any overlooks or vistas, the view is still breathtaking. It's just nice to be up here. Hiking up in the snow is pretty challenging. There's this icy layer you have to break through with every step before you get into the deep snow, but I wanted to come up here and get as warm as possible because I'm taking a river dip right after this. The trees are creaking and cracking so much in the wind right now. It's sort of scary, but it's a nice sound. The dip in the river was intense. I was having trouble finding a spot along the river where it was safely accessible and also deep enough to do an actual plunge. So I tested out a few spots actually and ended up just laying on my back to submerge as much as I could. It's so invigorating though. It's so cold out. My skin's feeling pretty dry between the winter wind and snow and the wood stove in here being so hot. I brought with me this little homemade moisture stick. It's actually the same exact recipe as my all healing salve on my Etsy shop, and I love it. Kyle's friends have been using it too, and they don't usually use this kind of stuff, and they're so into it. It's got yarrow and comfrey, arnica and calendula, and a bunch of other good ingredients. And I know this looks like lip balm, but it's just a moisture stick that I'll apply all over my face whenever I'm feeling dry, especially since we're going to be snowmobiling again later. It just feels really good and soothing. So I just went to start cooking breakfast and popped outside to go grabbed some eggs from the cooler, and they were all shattered. We were no more than 5 minutes out from the cabin after riding for nearly an hour, and the sled hit a bump and the top tarp came off. Everything went everywhere. It appeared that nothing was broken, which was great, but the eggs are shattered. So I'm gonna be making a very makeshift breakfast this morning.
Your neighbors.
It's so good with maple syrup on top. This trip really ended up just being for fun, since it's been so long since we were at the cabin. But the next time we head up, we're definitely going to be getting into more projects, checking off the to-do list and making some strides.